Be advised, employees are not allowed to communicate with teammates privately, other than through Trello. This rule must be strictly adhered to by current and ex-employees. Be advised, alongside the daily report, we now expect you to fill out a weekly report, which should be completed by 6 p.m. on every Friday. This report is where you will write the total number of each task you have completed within the week. This report will allow us to see an overview of your progress based on a weekly basis. Please start your report from week 35, as we are currently in the 35th week of the year. Be advised, going forward, when contacting customers, candidates, following up, receiving hours or any other communications using the company email, make sure to BCC this email, xmaster@gmail.com. This email is strictly for BCCs, and it will be a violation of our company policy if it is not done using this email. All employees must comply. Be advised, a background check is mandatory for all candidates/employees of QSS. This means that you must not hire any unauthorized candidate/employee who do not have a valid work permit and/or immigration status. Failure to comply with this policy will be the responsibility of the individual. Be advised, newly recruited business development executives will be given their salary regardless of whether they bring in new deals or not, as long as they follow the system correctly and comply with salary prerequisites. To be clear, bringing in a new deal with a customer is not mandatory to be paid. However, this is not an excuse to ignore or deprioritize finding new customers. Be advised, going forward, QSS is an at-will employer. That means that either employees or employers are free to end the employment relationship at any time, with or without notice or cause. Invoicing. Anyone who issues invoices must include the work period within the invoice. Invoices must be issued and attached on the day you receive hours from the customers with no exceptions. Candidates' payday statements prepared before invoicing are not acceptable. When receiving hours from customers, within the invoice, you have to write the working days and individual hours for every single candidate beside their name. For example, within QuickBooks under the quantity sections where hours are written, please write individual hours such as Hannah, 20 hours, $17.50, Jacob, 13 hours, $17.50, and so on. Make sure to mark the payment statuses on attached invoices appropriately with a red circle or green, white tick mark sign. Remember to rename the attachment by adding the invoiced amount and invoiced period. For example, $1,043 and invoiced period. When invoices are paid, the paid date has to be written next to the working days. For example, invoice number 10, white tick mark, $123, May the 2nd to the 6th, May 20th, money bag. When communicating with customers regarding hours, invoices, payments, etc., please make sure to use the company email only. Communication through text, WhatsApp, personal email, or any other methods is strictly prohibited and not accepted by the company. Be advised, Thames original resumes, which include their address, email address, and phone number, must be attached beside their valid IDs on their cards. Here are the edited versions of your content. Please be advised that when communicating with customers regarding payments or other matters, we require the use of company emails only. Communication via text, WhatsApp, personal email, or any other methods are strictly prohibited. Please be advised that we have been working to improve our accounting practices, particularly with regard to timely customer payments and cash flow. Starting now, candidate paydays will be on a bi-weekly basis until all customers are paying on a weekly basis. We believe this will be the most efficient method to ensure that candidates are paid on time as we receive customer payments. Please be advised that our payment terms are strictly due on receipt, or at the latest, 1 week from the workday period. For example, if the working days are from May the 2nd to the 6th, regardless of when the invoice is issued, customers must pay by the end of the following week, in this case May 13th. We ask that you please get rid of any customers who do not immediately comply with our payment terms, as good customers do not push back payment. Additionally, please note that the invoice issuing date and due date must be the same. Please be advised that the business development personnel are requested to send me the terms hours to create invoices until a new accountant joins. Once the accountant has joined, they will be responsible for creating the invoices and following up with customers for timely payments. In the meantime, I will only be temporarily creating the invoices and sending them to customers, but it is still the responsibility of the business executive personnel to follow up on payments in a timely manner. Please be advised that going forward, We will only be accepting e-transfers and check pickups from customers. We will no longer allow the option to mail checks. Please be advised that no manual invoicing will be allowed going forward, and QuickBooks will be the only method allowed for preparing invoices until further notice. Please be advised that on a regular schedule, candidates work from Monday to Friday, and on some occasions, Monday to Saturday. If all policies and regulations are followed, hours should be sent by the customer on the following Monday, and invoices should be issued on that same day. Payment from the customer should be received by the latest on Friday of that same week. They are given 4 days, Monday to Thursday, to prepare the check for Friday. If any customers are e-transferring, they can do so on the next day, even on Tuesday, as check processing time is not required. This should be our regular practice, as it will allow for timely payments and maintain consistent cash flow. If a customer is unable to comply, it's best to get rid of them. Having to constantly remind a bad customer for payment can ruin our positive attitude and business. This is an industry practice that we should uphold. Please note that if we don't receive payments from customers by payday, we won't be able to pay the candidate for their work. Therefore, it's highly encouraged that we pressure customers to send payments in a timely manner. When our social media team or anyone from our company posts on LinkedIn for hiring purposes, reaching an audience, or anything associated with our company, they should use the hashtag #LinkedIn along with other relevant hashtags like #Facebook, #Google, #Pinterest, #Instagram, #Twitter, #YouTube, etc. This will increase our audience reach. We've noticed that many employees have been leaving fairly quickly after being hired. Starting now, we need to be stricter with our policies because training new hires is mentally exhausting for the employees who are training them. It's unfair for them to waste their time and energy training hires who choose to leave after 1 or 2 months of working here. Unfortunately, this cycle continues, which is unacceptable. Please note that we'll be implementing a new policy which states that if employees decide to leave or quit before the 6-month mark, 1 month of salary will be held back as a consequence. During the hiring process, we'll be collecting 2 references from the new employee to vouch for their acceptance of this policy. Please ensure that you ask your customers to inform you when checks, over $400, are ready, so someone can pick them up. Trello is our primary official business communication platform for teammates. You can track sequences of conversations on Trello for better follow-up, making it more accessible and effortless for everyone. Telegram is a secondary business communication platform that's recommended only for sharing attachments and/or reminders. If something needs immediate attention and a teammate hasn't replied to your Trello message within 10 minutes, you may message them on Telegram or attach a screenshot of the Trello message onto Telegram. No other communication platforms are allowed at this point. Please note that payment for the incentive for e-transfer customers will be paid quarterly if the customer continues for at least 1 quarter. A week ahead of the quarter, please advise the accountant of this. A new accountant has joined, so please cooperate with them accordingly. They'll be looking after the full cycle of accounting, starting from invoicing to preparing the balance sheet. Please send the customer details for invoicing to the accountant. Their email is accounting@qualitystaffing.ca. As mentioned in the orientation script, salaries will be processed within 7 business days upon fulfilling payday prerequisites. Any discussion or reminder about payday/salaries should be taken directly to the team leader. Otherwise, it's a violation of the office order of the company. Please ensure that everyone submits a monthly report by the 1st of each month for the previous month. Please request 2 references from your happy customers. This is a tested tip to increase our business quickly and efficiently. Please ensure that the team's list, along with the pay rate and bill rate, is at the top of the respective Trello cards tab to add a description. Please note that Pritam does not celebrate this festival, so it will be a normal working day for them. Thank you. Please note that Eid date will depend on moon sightings in each respective country. Part-time employees can take 2 days off, while full-time employees can take 1 day off. However, kindly ensure to reply to customers' emails on your mobile devices, and make sure your temps show up for work and submit the attendance sheet. If you have any questions or need help contacting your customers, please reach out to me. Enjoy your Eid. Eid Mubarak. Also, please be advised that you are not allowed to share, reshare or forward any of my messages, emails, or correspondences with anyone else without my permission. Message 2. Hello dear teammates. It has been a pleasure working with you. We have redesigned our company logo and it is now mandatory to use the updated logo in all official documents. Kindly update your LinkedIn profile, email signature, and any other relevant material immediately, as the older logo will no longer be accepted. Also, please note that payments should be made on time, as we pay our employees. Customers who require payment reminders are not good customers, and we must eliminate those who make slow payments. Payment habits are crucial to understanding your customers, and a good customer will never leave you if you provide top-notch service. Hence, please stop sending candidates to customers with past due payments. Be advised that Friday, April 15th, is a stat holiday in Canada, and we will be off tomorrow, and back to work on Monday. Enjoy your long weekend. Furthermore, please note that our payment terms are strictly due on receipt /1 week. It is strongly advised to get rid of customers who do not comply with our payment terms immediately. Message 3. Please be advised that sending temps to customers should be stopped once payments are overdue without a valid reason authorized by me. Otherwise, it becomes the personal liability of the marketing executive. Our payment terms are strictly due on receipt /1 week, and invoices should be issued to you on receipt. Also, 2% interest per month has been applied for past arrears. This must be mentioned in both agreements and invoices. We have some clients in GTA who keep changing agencies with huge arrears, and no business is better than dealing with a bad company. Payments should be collected on time, as we pay our candidates on time. As an agency, we are managing their staff, and we cannot pay on time if employers do not pay us on time. This is chain work, and when one part of the chain breaks, the whole system breaks down. Please attach all invoices on respective customer cards with the amount and status of the invoice, paid, white tick mark, or unpaid, circle. The good thing about Trello is that you can edit your sent messages later. For example, if you forget to tag someone, you do not need to tag them in a separate message. Message 4. Hey team. Please ensure that you get resumes and IDs through QSS email only, and not on any phone numbers or WhatsApp. Also, I will create a Google Drive where everyone can store their candidates' IDs and data, so that we have all the data in one place, and not on different computers. Please acknowledge everyone. Message 5. Please be advised that you need to ask your customers to inform you when checks, over $1,000, are ready, so someone can pick them up. Message 6. Be advised that the QSS contract signing checklist, Form 112, must be filled out and approved beforehand. Lastly, please fill out this form, https://docs.google.com/forms/d/e/1 it's CPKCXD2. Please be advised that the QSS onboarding checklist, Form 111, must be filled out and approved beforehand. To get good results, our teammates make it a habit to make 100 cold calls a day. The general rule is that the more customers you reach, the more likely you are to get a deal. Please note that using WhatsApp for business is no longer allowed. Emails are the preferred method of communication, besides Toki, until further notice. Please do not mark the onboarding checklist as completed, as this is for training purposes. You can use a separate checklist for your own records if you'd like. Any new appointments must be effective within 1 week of the completion of the onboarding process upon completion of Form 111, with my permission. Our niche market is food companies/bakeries, as they have bulk hiring, different shifts, consistent demand, and it is easy to find a GL. Please avoid companies that are fluctuating too much, as this can cause us to lose candidates. Please do not negotiate at a weak rate and update the current rates. Please give our teams proper wages. Please ensure that customers mention the legal name of the business as Quality Staffing Solution Incorporated while paying by check, as banks have declined to receive checks without the last name incorporated. Please ask all customers to send us a screenshot of the checks issued before mailing, so we can deposit them through online banking right away. Also, please put the workers list, rate, and pay rate at the top description on the respective customer's card for easy reference. The payday for remote office staff, WFH, is on the 7th of each month. To keep the work environment light, fun, energetic, friendly, comfortable, and easy, please use as many emojis as possible in in-house chatting. Smiley face, speech bubble. Whenever we have a video meeting with peers, please share the recordings with those present after the meeting. Please share the meeting link beforehand with at least 4 reminders. Background checks are mandatory for all QSS employees. Please make sure recruiters get complete information, including resumes and IDs, beforehand, so it saves time for business development executives, and they can concentrate on their own business, i.e., marketing, which is the lifeblood of any business. Sparkles. We should not strictly hire someone who's not fully vaccinated, even if the employer doesn't want to. This is our company policy for greater public health interests. Ads must be gender neutral, and please do not mention male/female. Also, avoid specifying language requirements such as Hindi/Punjabi, even if it's the employer's requirement. Please request happy customers for 2 references. This is a tested tip to increase your business quickly and efficiently. To save time and money, try to get e-transfers from clients who are paying less than $17 plus 25%. This saves time by avoiding going to the bank, as banks hold checks for a week. E-transfers are readily available. Please ask each candidate, among other things, what is your status in Canada? We accept e-transfers, direct deposits, and checks for payment from customers. However, e-transfers are preferred because they are fast and affordable. In the case of a business account, the bank charges for each single transaction. Please never tell your customers. This is an internal note, memo. Please ask customers to send a quick note whenever they mail a check so someone can pick it up. This helps to stop the spread of the virus, as we're all working from home. For good results, among other things, please use personal pages and use Facebook Marketplace for job postings. Paid FB ads can also be. All matters related to payday will be handled by the team leaders and/or the accountant, Hina, who is in charge of payroll. To achieve better results, we recommend reposting jobs on Kijiji every 2 hours with slight changes to the original job description to avoid duplicate ads. Use your own email address when reposting. Kijiji is a top-ranked platform for hiring GL/blue-collar candidates in Canada, and posting jobs separately for each need is more effective than relying on the old database. If a non-recruiter successfully hires a candidate, they will receive a 2% commission. Additionally, if a recruiter exceeds their hiring targets, they will receive a 2% commission on sales/revenues. When responding to candidates, please ask them to share their resume and 2 government-issued IDs with xxxxxxx@qualitystaffing.ca. We encourage everyone to promote our job postings on social media platforms such as LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. If you post a job on social media, please share the link on our Trello group so that your teammates can promote it as well. Teammates must submit their daily reports at the end of each day. Please use the Google Sheets format provided, and speak with your manager if you have suggestions for improvement. Our team leader will listen to all call recordings and read all text messages from peers daily for quality and training purposes. Remember, there is no substitute for excellent customer service. We need to differentiate ourselves from the competition to attract and retain business.